Welcome to Atalanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Gemini for the month of August 2018. Just quick shuffle, Gemini. Energy around your reading today is the Knight of Pentacles. So something's moving rather slow, but you are getting to where you need to go. So don't give up. Just maintain the balance and the loyalty to whatever it is or whoever it is. And just be aware that it is a slow-moving energy, but it gets there in the end. And along the way, you become healed by this slower-moving energy, Gemini, which really isn't one of your attributes. You like speed. Okay, so let's discover August for Gemini. This is where you are right now. King of Swords, King of the air signs, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, clear thoughts, very necessary for where you're going, what you're doing. And at the moment, you can employ that Gemini intellect to get through what you're having to get through. If you need advice, seek it from somebody. If you need to, that's in a position, an expert position to give that advice. Just go with that because he's a clear advice giver. He thinks very clearly. So that's where you find yourself at the moment. If this is a person in your life, the same sort of attributes are with him as well. So let's see how he got in your reading today. Seven of Wands, sorry. So once again, this card keeps coming up in all the previous readings that I've done for August, and it's challenging energy. So just stick with it, go with it. There's a lot of challenge, there's a lot of stuff happening for you guys. Remember to don't give up and just stick up for yourself when need be. Not that you would ever be accused of sitting back and saying nothing in the corner, no. But yeah, go with that energy. It's very challenging. There's a bit of a battle at hand. But that's okay because you're quite good with that, because your clear thinking will really get you through this Seven of Wands. So whatever this struggle or battle is at the moment, just go with it. Now we're just going to look at how you got to this point. So the past couple of weeks or months, whichever applies to you, and you have the energy of the divine timing, energy of Temperance. So she's great. She comes in to say everything's in balance. So whatever you're doing is the outcome's going to be excellent because you've got things in balance in terms of your inner world and your outer world. Plus you've got, it might be a bit slow for you at the moment, Gemini, but don't worry about that. Sometimes we all need to rein it in a bit and slow down, especially when you've got great things sitting right at the top of this reading. So it will permeate through the reading as we go along. Just that nice divine time energy. And it's Sagittarian too, this Temperance. So your polar opposite sign. So you go very well together with Temperance and with divine time. Now we'll have a look at what's happened recently, the very recent week. Four of Pentacles. So time to let go of whatever you're holding on to. Holding on very tight by the looks of it. But you need to ease off. Let it go. Let it drop on the floor, wherever it drops. It doesn't matter. It's probably not serving you well to hang on at the moment. Divine time is coming in, and it's time just to let the things fall as they're going to fall. Also, Four of Pentacles is a very big card in terms of past life stories, past life connections with people. Sometimes when we feel really strongly connected to somebody, we tend to hang on tighter. Whereas the remedy in the situation is perhaps to let it go for a while and see what happens. Also, in terms of money, yeah, saving money is a good thing too, but don't become over obsessed about it. Every now and again you've got to go out and buy yourself something or spend a little bit to make a little bit more. Okay, let's have a look now what lesson you'll be learning in August. So it's probably already come in, but we'll just have a look at the lesson to be learnt in August. King of Cups, and he's been around for several other signs as well. So talking of letting things go, and especially in terms of relationship, when King of Cups comes in, he can be a bit of a dark horse in terms of emotional baggage that he does like to hang on to, and it can be baggage previous a long time back, but he still clings on to that. It's sort of like a security blanket for him. So King of Cups talks about, yeah, well, you know, that doesn't really serve anybody. So once again, try and do things in a different manner to which you've done before. And if he in fact is a person in your life, well, just leave it go for a bit and just have a bit of space and realize what that King of Cups actually is. It is a bit of emotional baggage that some people cannot tend to let go of. It's like it is that safety raft in a way. So there's got to be a new way to navigate this situation with the King of Cups. Here's your lesson. In environment or with particular familiars, people, relationship people, anybody in your sphere. Okay, now we're going to move into the near future, so moving into August proper. And we have the beautiful Strength, which is the card for Leo. So, yeah, strength is necessary for all of us, especially when there's a bit of a new road to go down and we're not quite sure where it's leading or how far we'll get along it before something happens. So that's when Strength comes in and says, well, you can do it and you need to do it and you just have to keep moving forward. Strength often has a very strong connotation to past relationships too, where we kind of, same again, we sort of come across a stumbling block, or we need to reassess and just keep moving forward rather than just dwelling and sticking in the past. So move forward down the road of Strength, Gemini, and everything will work out. It might get a bit tough, but you'll be fine. You just keep moving forward. What's happening that you're not realising, Gemini, is here. Yes, the Tower is coming down. So certain major aspects in your life are sort of asking to be really removed, I guess, so new things can be built. The Tower is indeed a structure of a relationship or a home or something that has a lot to do with it in terms of, yeah, it's in your life, but it somehow it's no longer serving you. So you've got to remove it so you can bring new stuff in rather than just hanging on to a crumbling old structure which really isn't working. So that kind of resonates to Gemini. So do try and sort of try things in a different way. Do things differently than you've done before to get a different result. You don't want the same result. How others around you see you. Yeah, look, you're a bit exhausted, quite tired energetically. It's just your energy levels are sort of sitting on the red and they need to be filled up. So, yeah, take that space. And this is how these people and your familiar people around you are seeing you. So you need to kind of check in with them and go, yeah, well, I am feeling a bit depleted at the moment. So, yeah, just take a step out. It's been a pretty torrid couple of months, but you need to learn to, when you're tired, and that's your very fast speed that you run at most of the time. It's sort of saying bring it in a bit, slow down a bit, take that pedal off the metal a bit. The positive feelings for August for Gemini. And now we have decisions about where we're going in terms of work as well, and in terms of life in general. Where are you going? You always maintain the pace, Gemini, but now perhaps there's quite a bit going on, and you need to sort of choose what's benefiting you the most at the moment. Maybe slow down a bit. There's one particular aspect here of the decision where, yeah, it is a bit slower moving, but you will get there in the end. Just keep doing what you're doing. The only caution is slow down a little bit. The outcome for the month of August, so the last couple of weeks. And then we start with the Chariot. So then you've learnt, I guess, in August to sort of temper things down, balance things out, as you do have balance in here with Temperance. You have a few indicators of doing things differently for a different result. So once you've achieved that with the Chariot here, your emotional discipline will be achieved. So then you'll be able to go where you want to go, and things will move very quickly back into your style of movement, of living, and quite fast and quick and speedy. But you will have learnt a few interesting lessons about just sometimes slowing down a little bit, and then by the end of the month you're back to your ways. But you've really learnt an important lesson this month in just as we've discussed. So now I'm just going to pull you an additional guidance card just for this month of August to finish. So your card, Gemini, is pure action. Refrain from that which is unskillful or that which harms. Do good and purify your heart. So there you go. Just action. It's like slow down. Don't do anything in a rush. Don't be too driven. Just slow down and see the world from a slower pace. Thank you. Happy August, Gemini.